After the meter, the next step is going to be a panel box, or how that energy is distributed throughout your facility or your site. And that's going to play a very important role in your charging infrastructure and providing power to your bus or to your fleet vehicles. You are going to have a series of circuit breakers in this panel box, and those breakers are really important because that is what controls the energy to individual devices. This is an example of a panel box that has circuit breakers installed in it. The circuit breaker is a fuse that protects your devices and the rest of your electrical system from drawing too much power, and that can affect the amount of energy you're able to deliver. So for example, if you have an electric vehicle charger that requires 20 amps, but yet you have a 15 amp circuit breaker, and that is the little number that's on the top of the handle, it's not going to be able to provide enough power to that device, and so it'll trip. So you need to make sure that your circuit breaker matches the draw on the device, and this is very, very important. It's a safeguard for your system. Also, if anything were to happen outside where maybe a wire were to get cut, or there was some water that got into the device and caused an unsafe environment, your circuit breaker is going to be there to protect that device and you, and it will trip. If the circuit breaker trips, it's really important that you go and you take a look and you find out the reason why that faulted. Don't just turn it back on. It did it for a reason. Either there was too much of an energy draw, or maybe there's an unsafe environment where the cable got run over or shorted. So you need to figure that out first before you flip back on the circuit breaker. Very important. So while you're looking to troubleshoot, it might not necessarily be this particular panel. It might be in another panel. It is important to look for the thing that caused the trip. If you find absolutely no hazard and you're able to come back and reset the breaker, but it trips again, at that point, you really need to call an electrician and have a specialist look at your panel. A panel box, besides the circuit breakers, will also have a directory. It's really important to keep this directory up to date. So as you incorporate new devices or you put in new charging equipment, that you have it correctly listed so it's easy to find. So if you did need to work on that piece of equipment, then you could easily shut that power off safely at the source, and then that power is not being provided to the electrical device.